Alright guys, name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today guys, I think today might be the last day where we're like reporting on Dokkan news, just so crazy. I think after today we can finally take a bit of a break as far as just the insanity that is Dokkan Battle right now. Like, they just keep releasing new stuff. So we've got free-to-play LRs to talk about today. We've got both Global and JP to talk about. We've got apparently the leader ability for this new LR Goku and Frieza, the end of the Tournament of Power arc LR Goku and Frieza, not the TUR Goku and Frieza that we talked about yesterday. So a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's go ahead, let's hop in. Now this first thing is the leader ability for the new LR Goku and Frieza, as provided by Team Dokkan over on Twitter, so a link to their Twitter will be down below. But as you can see there, apparently they are going to be HP, attack, and defense plus 177% up, key plus 3 for Universe 7, so not for the already sort of category that we have that is, you know, Universe Survival Saga. This looks like this is going to be a new category specific to the Universe 7 sort of team. So that could be a bit of a change for that. But either way, it is the strongest leader ability we've had in the game so far. And then also, as you can see there, it mentions Tech Key plus 3, HP Attack Defense plus 90% up. So it looks to pretty much be believed that they are a Tech type unit, which is definitely intriguing because I feel like it's just like Tech is already seems super stacked, and then Fizz of course just continues to get more and more stacked. Like, they just will legitimately not stop releasing extreme and super tight Fizz units, which is just insane. But anyway, so that is allegedly the leader ability. Now why I say allegedly is because, again, we've not seen this unit. These are all just leaks, so take it for what you will. It's very possible that this changes before we actually see the unit, but I feel like this is probably a pretty solid guess as to what they'll be. It is intriguing, though, before we move on to anything else, that they're making them, if this ends up being true, and this ends up being their leader ability. Again, guys, take this right here, this portion right here with a grain of salt, but then they will finally, for the first time in over a year, right? Because it's been over a year since SSJ4 Gogeta and Omega Shenron released and gave us our first 150% sort of leads. And now I know somebody's going to go, but Nano, there's 170%. Yes, but when they do boost a stat by 170%, they then boost a different stat. They do 2 by 170 and then 1 by 130, right? So it always sort of levels itself out, and that median still sort of arrives there at 150%. But if they do this one right here, then it finally sort of breaks that barrier of 150% being the average, and 177% becomes the average. So I mean, personally, I actually kind of sort of don't want to see this to happen, just because I don't want to start already progressively getting the percentages stronger and stronger and stronger. I kind of like where we're at right now. I've been enjoying this a lot. This has been sort of the most stable Dokkan has been for a long time, right? These categories and everything sort of staying around that 150%. So me personally, I would like to see them more along the lines of what we've already seen with the 170 to 130. We'll have to wait. We'll have to see if this is actually real, but I felt like people would want to see this regardless, so that's why we are covering it right now. Now then, moving on to the other sort of awesomeness, a brand new friend summon free-to-play LR. They've not updated it since Hercule came out forever ago. The androids, I believe, were the first, and then they added Hercule, and here we are. So there's a new one now, which is Great Saiyaman. You will summon them as an SR. They do require the medals from the Heroes and Villains Extermination event, a ton of them, so you'll be doing that quite often. I don't know if they're going to bring that back for when this launches. By the way, this stuff launches like legitimately. If you're watching this today, this goes live tonight, like at 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. Pacific. So like, we will have this stuff in like less than 24 hours. This stuff right here, the LR Goku and Frieza, that has no date on it yet. Just, we are assuming it's part 2 of the 250 million download celebration sometime in the middle towards the end of September. But this Great Saiyaman stuff and pretty much everything else we're talking about launches like tonight. So anyway, Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 looks fantastic. That card art is amazing. Like, I am absolutely in love with their card art. It's legitimately some of the best in the game. I think they took some characters that people love but like aren't expecting too much out of, and made one of the better card arts in the game. So super type allies, HP attack defense 100% up when team includes all 5 super types. So they're not really someone you're probably going to run too much. You're not getting any sort of key from them. Granted, their passive does give a key boost, but I think this far in the game to, you know, have leader abilities that aren't giving you key, like you're not going to run them for that, which is totally fine. They have 2, of course, super attacks. The 12 to 17 is Twin Justice Rush, which causes colossal damage to enemy and seals enemy super attacks. And then their 18 key plus is Burning Justice, which causes mega colossal damage to enemy and raises superclass allies attack for 30% for 2 turns, guys. So even if these guys are an off-rotating unit, you'll have obviously that turn, which, granted, it's not going to boost anyone because it doesn't boost until it technically happens. But if they're in that 3rd slot, then that next rotation, they will still boost allies attack by 30%. That's actually pretty decent. Now their passive is good, but at the same time kind of holds them back a little bit. Passive is superclass allies key +4 and defense +50%. Extreme class enemies defense -70%. So they are definitely going to make your other sort of characters hit pretty decently hard. I just wish like they would have sacrificed some of that defense +50% and given them like, I mean, I guess in one way, if they're decreasing the enemy's defense, then it is still boosting the enemy's attack or your own attack. Yeah, you know what? I didn't really think about it that way until it sort of came out, but I mean, honestly, their pass ability is pretty good, especially given the fact that they fit onto the Majin Buu Saga category, which I've ran that category as of recent, and I was like, man, this team has some key issues. So key +4 for all superclass allies is pretty decent. Granted, you're not going to get it for like if you do run Buuhan or Kid Buu in there or something like that, but if you stick to a super type team, these guys, which these guys will also obviously be taking in one of your slots anyway, these guys actually may be a pretty decent support unit to run with your Majin Buu Saga category. Now, links here are kind of sort of underwhelming. Hero of Justice, Patrol, and Signature Pose are all things that you're going to only find on them. And then, of course, the Guinea Force type units. Infighter, though, a pretty decent link and does share. As a matter of fact, the physical Super Vegito does have that. Supreme Power, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. So, I mean, these guys, again, aren't something that's too insanely crazy. For one, they're just going to be something that's pretty to look at in your box, which is kind of legit. For two, they're fairly easy to Dokkan Awaken. They just take the sort of medals from the Villains and Heroes Extermination event. There are new ones. I don't know if they'll add those to existing stages or create new stages. I would like to think that if they're launching a new Friend Summon LR, they're going to then make the Heroes and Villains Extermination event live. So we'll have to wait to see if they do that. But anyway, these guys look awesome. You summon them as an SR, take them all the way to LR. It's great. And you'll be able to, hopefully, if you didn't deplete all your Friend Summon points because of everything they added for that, you'll be able to get them to SA20 pretty easily, and you'll have a new LR in your box, and it's gonna be fantastic. Now, moving on to one of the biggest things people have been asking for, it looks like Global is finally getting the updates to the summoning animations. Now, we have those on JP for about 2.5 months, so it's actually coming pretty quick to the global side. The reason why we can see that is because there is a GSSR ticket that we are going to be getting on the global side that is in celebration of the new summoning animation. And a lot of people actually pulled LRs. I got tagged a ton of LR pulls from these tickets right here, and it shows that they actually go away by the 3rd of September. So this is probably going to be something that we have very, very soon. I don't know that it happens tonight, but definitely very, very soon. And then on top of all that, LRTN and Chiaotzu are finally coming, and we're getting a new AGL hit. So those are things coming to the global side, as well as the EZA Goku Gohan and Goku Gohan and Goten from the second coming Broly movie. Those guys are finally getting their EZA on global as well. Pretty decent EZAs, definitely overlooked by this point on the JP side. A lot of people kind of sort of forgot about those, but they are definitely decent. I think Goten is about the best one of the 3, but all 3 of them obviously getting to level 140 and SA 15 out of 15, not a bad thing at all. Then moving over onto the JP side, Bardock's event is finally getting the full revamp. Shugesh, Tora, and a few others are getting their Dokkan Awakens as far as Great Apes go. And then last, but absolutely not least, something I'm at least excited about is they are finally showing you how much dupe percentage a friend has on their character straight from the actual friend system screen. You don't have to actually click into them and check. You'll be able to see how many dupes they have and the percentage right there when you are selecting them. I love that. That is an update that I've definitely been wanting for like a pretty long time, so it's definitely nice that they are finally bringing that to the game. And whenever they updated the friend system and they did all that, I was like, man, it would be awesome to just be able to see the friggin' percentage of this unit. Like, granted, you can look at their attack, defense, and everything else and kind of sort of know, but the other day, Rhyme was racing with someone, and they had them sitting at, like, the stats of, like, I think 79%, but it only invested into the free, like, +5 additional. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, what is this about? Why are these stats sitting here? Why is this at like almost 79%? And there's no extra additionals or criticals invested into them. So it's definitely nice that you'll be able to see how many nodes they have unlocked and their actual percentage and everything right there from that. I guess that actually doesn't fix that, does it? Never mind, that doesn't fix that. That you can still, they can still look like it's at 70-something%, but they didn't actually give them for all of that, because I don't think it shows the crits and additionals and dodges and everything from the friend system. There's not even enough room for them to show all that. So never mind, it doesn't fix that, but still, it's nice to be able to see it, okay? It's nice to be able to see it. Anyways, there you go, guys. That's pretty much everything to cover today. I think that was about it. Oh, they added the emblem for Super Dragon Ball Heroes onto the cards, as well as Dragon Ball Fusions onto the bottom of the card, similar to how they did the fighter stuff for 16 and 21. So those have now been added to the cards that are from those different series. So it's interesting that they did that now after this fighters thing, and it's very possible, maybe. I'm telling you guys, I don't want to give false hope to the whole Super Dragon Ball Heroes stuff coming to the global side, but it's very possible that with them doing that, we see that stuff come to global finally. So maybe the adult SSJ through Gotenks and some of the others that I don't actually run that much anymore, but still, it's nice to have as far as, you know, the Dokkan Battle is a big collector's game, so it's just kind of probably nice to have that stuff on the global side as well. So, I mean, it might be the first step towards that stuff coming to global. But anyways, guys, that has been today's video. If you enjoyed it, consider slamming a like button. If you're new here, you're not done so yet, consider hitting that subscribe button, joining the hashtag NanoFam today. Guys, have a great day. Keep on keeping on Nanogenix and off, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.